All right, enough reacting. It's time for a breakdown. What's up, everybody? This is Josh Robinson with Joystick Gamer, and welcome back to the channel where we are doing just that. We are taking a deeper dive into Overwatch 2 and the announcements that they made at the Tokyo Game Show 2022. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I love Overwatch. I haven't played as much over the last year or so, but that is reasons I can get into later. But today we are going to take a deeper dive into Overwatch's newest hero, a support character, finally, as well as their battle pass system that they are moving away from loot boxes and going to a battle pass and season system. The only other thing worth mentioning is the game is going from 6v6 to 5v5. It used to be 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 support, and it will now be 1 tank, 2 DPS, and 2 support. It's going to change how the game plays completely, and I'm really curious to see how this new character fits into this mix and how they help synergize with what is going to be now a 5v5 situation. So let's go ahead and hop right into it.
For generations, my family has served and protected our city by following traditional paths. Me? I made my own. Some of the old.
Oh, awesome music.
Some of the new.
Okay, so 2 things really quick. Obviously, that is her heal. It looks like she kind of shoots those papers, or I don't even want to butcher what those are, but it looks like, papers of some sort, parchment of some sort. It looks like when it's blue, it is not hitting your target, and then yellow is actively healing your target. I'll be curious to see what the healing output is. But the one thing that I saw that was interesting is at the very beginning, they showed her running across rooftops and kind of having these obscure high ground angles that usually are only meant for Genji and Hanzo. So it makes me wonder if this is going to be another character that has the ability to climb walls and maintain a certain high ground, especially since her attack ability seems to fit a Genji-like mechanic.
Much better.
Okay, so that's up to her heal.
I run with blades all the time.
And this is her weapon. Okay, so this is very much giving off Genji heal, like Genji with healing vibes. You've got the instead of the shurikens, you got the throwing knives, you got the pairs of 3. I would be curious to see how much damage those do, and I assume they're considered projectiles. They have to be considered projectiles. So the fact that they're considered projectiles means they're probably going to do a little more damage than they would if it would be like a hit scan or something like that. So those could be lethal, and if you have the ability to hit those on a consistent basis, that's like Zen level, that's like Zenyatta levels of damage output. Oh my god.
Come on.
Okay, so she basically has a mix between like Reaper's Wraith and like Moira's Wraith. I'll be curious to see if like Reaper's has like a cooldown, like a second or 2 cooldown to actually, or like an animation to actually make your way to where you're teleporting. That one seemed like it was a little quicker than Reaper's, but not quite as oof, you're instantly there like Moira. So I'll be curious to see if there's kind of like a cooldown out of it before you can start using your kit. But that right there is going to be an absolute game changer. This is going to be a healer that clearly you have to be able to hit your shots, whether that's your heals or your damage. But if you're efficient with this character, it looks like it's going to be hard to do, but if you are efficient with this character, that is going to be you can swing fights so fast, but the ability to dash through walls, save a tank, save your other support, save, someone that is getting dove by their DPS, you can save them that way. Or you can go close on kills. You can just phase through a wall and get a straggler or finish a kill, or maybe a healer or a tank is trying to get heals from someone behind, a wall. You phase through, knife throw them, and, that fight is won or at least swung favorably in your direction. All right, so there you go. My question was answered. She can definitely run up walls. So she now joins Genji and Hanzo as the only 2 other people that can run up walls. She's going to be nasty. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm honestly cool with this. I'm not the biggest fan of BAP's immortality because it has health and it takes time to get rid of. This is very much, it looks like you have about a second or less to kind of phase everybody out, to make them invisible or invincible or whatever you want to call it for this brief moment in time. And oh my god, that's gonna be one of those plays that playing with randoms, they're probably gonna get mad at you or jump down your throat for basically being like, oh, how come you didn't time that right? But I wouldn't be surprised if that is something that's very difficult to time, and the time that it is like up and like using and like being used is probably a very small window. This is going to be something that is going to take a lot of skill, and when you do time it right, it's probably going to be one that feels so good and so demoralizing for the other team. My only concern is that it's on a cooldown that's like too fast. I think it would be rewarding to make it something that you have to earn. Like it's similar to what they did with BAP's immortality. You could use that thing every like 10 or 12 seconds the first time it came out. Like it was abused. It was ridiculous. And so that ended up going up to like 28 or 30 seconds, which feels a lot better. It's basically you get one per team fight if you're playing correctly and you're not dragging out fights. A BAP immortality usually lasts one team fight. So I'm curious to see how many of these phase bombs will be able to be used within a realistic team fight. Is this a one team fight ability? Is this a two team fight ability? Is this a cooldown ability? There's some mysteries, but that ability is I already know it's going to be strong. It's probably going to be hard to time, but it's going to be strong.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Oh, I love the ultimate.
Can't change the world by following.
So her ultimate's the only thing I can't quite figure out. Is it a lane where it's almost like a BAP window, except it's more just if you're standing in that lane, you have a buff, and every enemy that's in that similar lane has like a nerf? I'm not sure about her ultimate. I'm not sure what her ultimate does, other than I'm sure it empowers your team in some way because they all hopped in that and just like pressed W and went forward. But it's hard to tell. I'm going to assume it's a team buff of some sort, but it doesn't look like it's an invincibility buff. It looks like it's more of just like an empowering buff, but I don't know to what extent that empowerment would be, because there was no like visual cues to the other characters as to why, you know, as if they're stronger. Like the invisibility, like you can clearly tell. But this one doesn't seem to have a visible buff on your teammates. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Can't change the world by following all the rules.
But oh my gosh. It looks unbelievable. It looks unbelievable. She looks like an absolute blast to play. Her name is Kiriko. I hope I don't butcher that, but she looks unbelievable. Definitely looks like a character that's going to take a very high skill ceiling, similar to like an Anna, where if you know how to use her kit properly and can hit your shots and can maximize her potential, she is going to be a very, 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 very strong healer. But it gives off the vibe that she's also probably going to be one where if you're not doing well with her, it's going to be very noticeable, especially being in a support role. That's pretty much any support role. Like whenever support role is not doing well, it's very, very obvious because the team just struggles, and it doesn't matter what you do. If you're not just getting enough healing, or if your main healer is not putting out enough heals, it's tough to win a team fight. It just, sometimes it is what it is, and you got to keep them, and you just got to move on. So she'll be interesting to see if her if her kind of skill ceiling, how it is going to be very high, or how difficult it is going to be to like be very successful with her. But it looks like her kit is very strong, and it looks very diverse, but it looks like you're going to have to, she looks like a character that you're going to need some game sense about Overwatch and about all the other Overwatch characters before you can be successful with her. So people who have been played Overwatch for a while might be able to pick her up quicker, but I could see her being one where a lot of her kit is negating other characters' stuff that you probably need to understand other Overwatch characters to fully be able to maximize her kit. So I'm really digging it, and we will go ahead and keep it moving to now what is the other transition. So that was a 6v6 to a 5v5 transition, and that was a new support character, which was much, much needed. I think that's now the 7th or 8th one, and like meanwhile, Tank's got like I think almost 10, and DPS just gets every new character under the sun. So I'm really, really happy to see support get another character. It was much deserved. I know they reworked the entire support system for Overwatch 2 to make them more viable without that extra tank peeling to help them out. But that's a big, big win for support. It makes you want to go back to playing support because nothing was worse in the Overwatch 2 beta than having all of the new characters being tank and DPS. And so it just made the queue times awful because no one wanted to play support, because why would you want to play support when all the new characters that you want to try in the beta are in tank and DPS? It made queue times in beta awful. It made it rough. Like if you wanted to play support and play a character you already knew how to play, yeah, you got in real quick. But now the fact they're adding a support hero, I know that's intentional. I know that would have been the biggest shot in the foot if they chose not to bring in a support character for the release of Overwatch 2's multiplayer. But I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they knew what they were doing, or at least had the smarts enough to bring a support in, because we needed a new support. Everyone was begging for a new support, and we got it. And with that other change of 6v6 to 5v5 is the Season 1 pass. So this is going from, instead of loot boxes, is now going to a season system where it's obviously season battle pass. You earn your items through there. That's pretty much the extent I know of it. I don't know what their roadmap is for it, really. The only part about the roadmap I know for the battle pass that they said, or just for future content post release on October 5th, is that every other season they're going to release a new character, and then on the seasons that they don't release a new character, they're going to release a new map, which is very exciting. That's the most content Overwatch has seen in like 3 years. So it's reasons like that why I have struggled to get back into it, because they just weren't putting content into it, and it was hard to play the same thing over and over, and yeah, it just got old. They weren't providing new things, and this is what appears to be the freshest start they've had to the game in a long time. And so I cannot wait to see what they have in store for the Season 1 trailer.
We're in this together, all of us.
A new era begins. Season 1.
Let's get this started.
Free Season 1 instant unlocked. Okay. And Junker Queen.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Free instant unlock for the plus. Okay, so that's awesome. So the fact that they're not making you play to earn or pay to earn the Junker Queen and Sojourn, those two were playable in the beta and they were super fun. Junker Queen is quickly becoming one of my favorite tanks to play. Excuse me. And Sojourn is strong. I'm sure she's going to get nerfed, but that's very exciting to see that they're not going to make you pay to play with those or pay to earn or play to earn. Excuse me, with those two characters, though, it does look like you will have to play to earn. I'm already drawing a blank on her name. Over 80 free Kiriko. So she's part of Free War Epic Skins. Okay, new cosmetic charms.
It's all connected.
Impressive.
That's a new soldier skin. Upgraded to a premium. Okay. Man, they're going quick. Oh my god. Okay, so they went quick here. So it looks like it said 80 free items, and I'm sure then it's 100 for the paid battle pass. You get legendary skin. It looks like you get some like purple skins for the free side, and it looks like you get legendary skins for the premium pass. But oh my god. Oh no, it's gonna start over.
Impressive.
Like, Kiriko's skin looks unbelievable. Oh my god, look at that. Sojourn, that's a sick one. New Pharah one, new Mercy one. So we got new sprays. Okay, so basically, it looks like everything that was unlockable, well, and then some. So the skins are obviously, that was part of the loot box, but now those are part of the battle pass being unlocked, which I'm okay with, because there's nothing worse than just getting the same duplicates over and over. and over and over and over in a loot box. And then, or conversely, you get all those duplicates, you rack up a bunch of money, and you can buy this. You could buy the legendary skins for like 3,000 credits, which once you have all the base stuff, like you get so much duplicate money that's really not difficult to earn. But early on, you would just be playing over and over and over and over and hoping to get this legendary skin. You would save up enough money, not get the legendary skin, and then sure enough, I swear to God, this happened so many times. You would buy the legendary skin, and the loot boxes obviously give you duplicates, and if you get duplicates, they just give you currency for it. And there have been multiple times I've gotten the legendary skin, I've bought the legendary skin with the 3,000 credits, and then the very next loot box is that very same legendary skin. So the fact that now we can just earn it through a battle pass, there's no mystery on what the next loot box is going to be, it makes things a lot easier. Getting sprays, everything's just laid out to where you know what you have to look for. You have things to look forward to. You have things to earn towards. And so I like that the skins are there. I like that it looks like the kind of like ornaments or keychain things. I really like that addition. The fact that you can get these put on your guns. It's a way that, because Overwatch, you play very specific characters. You play characters that you can't change their loadout. You can change their skin, but the ability to add kind of these trinkets or these medallions or whatever you want to call them onto your weapons, I think it adds another great way to just customize and add your own little flair to characters that all ultimately, a Sojourn versus a Sojourn are going to be the same, but it's nice to have a little flair, add a little jazz to your character. Souvenirs, player icons. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mythic skin. Oh my god. Okay, so that right there, and I know it's cosmetics or just cosmetics, but that once again it speaks to what I was just saying about how since all the characters can't change out their kit, that's the only way you can really like kind of make yourself unique, make yourself stand out, add your own style to these characters. And though that Genji mythic outfit, mythic skin, oh my god. That was gorgeous. And it looks like you can change it, have like multiple different variations of it with colors, which is awesome. The fact that you can mix and match, and his face is unbelievable. So if that's what they're going to do with the mythic skins, like go just next tier level, just over the top in the best of ways with these mythic skins, that is going to be a very, very easy way to sell people on the battle pass. That is something that I'm sure you get the mythic skin at some point, you can unlock the other skins through the battle pass. But oh my god. So I'm curious to see if they do. I assume season 1's only going to have the one mythic skin. But I wonder if they'll do multiple, unless I'm pausing it and there's about to be another one. Free limited time event, Juggenstein's Revenge. Oh, that's a sick skin.
The world could always use more heroes.
This is not the end.
Oh my god. That skin is so nice. Hold on.
This is
Let's
not
see
the
if we
end.
can like break down. Here we go. Oh my god. Here, let me hide my camera really quick so you guys can see. That Hanzo skin in the top right looks like straight from Mortal Kombat. I'm assuming the far right one's Sojourn, but oh my god, the Widow one looks so nice. The Widow one looks so nice. The Roadhog one with the purple hair and that flaming like hog insignia on his chest. Zen looks like, I don't even know what Zenyatta has on his head, but oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, these skins go so hard. So I'm sure these are all the legendary skins. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, I'm just drooling. Sorry, I just got in a trance just drooling at these skins. They look so good. Free to play October 4th. Thought it was October 5th, but even better. Watchpoint pack, get some McCree and Soldier skins. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that to me gives me a lot of promise because before, like I said, it was just loot boxes and then they had seasonal events but like you never really like they kind of just I think there were 6 a year ish, 5 or 6 a year, and usually you'd get like 3 or 4 legendary skins and a couple of voice lines, and that's really it. And a game mode that basically they made all the game modes in like the first like year and a half, 2 years of the game, and then they just recycle the same game mode every season. So they don't really add much to it. So the fact that they're committing to making new content every season, which I guess the only question is, are they doing seasons like quarterly seasons? Are they doing 6-month seasons? I'm hoping they do quarterly seasons because 6-month seasons, then it's like, we're back to the whole issue of like, oh, it's another content drop because you just dripped out a battle pass for 6 months with, you know, 1 new character and a few new skins. Like, not just a few, there were clearly like a lot. And I just hope that this isn't another Halo situation where the battle pass sounds amazing on paper, and then once day 1 comes and you realize what's actually going on, that you're like, oh, we just thought you knew to do it every quarter, or you know what I mean? Like, I really hope that's not the case, and I don't want to say I don't think that's the case because I really have no idea. And the way Overwatch has been handled over the last 2 years, like, who knows? So I am still excited. The only way my excitement's gonna be soured is if this season 1 lasts like 6 months. That'll be something then where it's like, okay, we're back to just getting content like slowly dripped out. And I'm optimistic that if we can go like quarterly with the season passes, get 2 characters. I don't know why I said 6 earlier, because I think I was thinking new content every month, but it's every season. I don't know why I thought new content every month. So if they go 4 seasons a year, 3 months a season, and we get 2 new characters and 2 new maps, and that just becomes a thing year over year on top of, you know, the cosmetics and things that they add to the battle pass with every season, I am all in for it. That is so much more content than Overwatch has had in the last 3-4 years, that it is much needed, much deserved, and will bring a lot of begrudged Overwatch players and new players into Overwatch 2. So I'm very, very excited for what they have or what they're bringing. I'm taking that excitement with a little bit of grain of salt just because I'm not 100% sure on the timeline of the season. But if the season is anything less than 6 months, then they have something good on their hands. The redemption tour is on. So with that being said, let me know what you think in the comments. Is Overwatch making a comeback? Is this still not enough content for something that is technically, it's not really a sequel, but it's kind of like an update to Overwatch? Do you think they're bringing enough content to the table? Do you think they are making a comeback, or do you think this is still just Overwatch being Overwatch and it sounds good on paper, but you have to wait to see it to believe it? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I would love to have the conversation with you. And while you're there, go ahead and give a like to the video. And if you're feeling kind, go ahead and subscribe as well. I really appreciate all the love. We just hit 400 subscribers, so I can't thank you guys enough. All the love and support means everything in the world, and I could not be doing this without you guys. So thank you so much. As we continue to grow, you guys can sit here and say, yeah, you were basically a day one. Like, you guys have been here from the beginning. So thank you so much. You help keep everything moving. You help keep these videos going strong, and I appreciate all the love and support. So thanks again. This is Josh Robinson with Joystick Gamer, and you know the drill. Stay gaming out there.